Hello everyone, in this video I want to talk about character creation process in Cyberpunk 2077. Now I spent some time of course reading about it, watching some videos of the devs talking about character creation, and I was really surprised how kind of in depth and also how effective the character creation is on the gameplay itself. So basically, people will spend a lot of time trying to create the type of character they expect to play as in this role-playing game when they start playing Cyberpunk 2077. For example, if you want to create a very strong, powerful character, you might invest in certain perks, certain body attributes, and choose a certain class for it. Or if you want to go like into the stealth hackers type of character, you're gonna choose different attributes or different class for that. That being said, the developer mentioned that they give freedom for players to choose to create kind of a hybrid type of character, so they create something that can hack or also be strong as well. But of course you can go to the extreme of each side, but you always have the option to kind of mix and match. So just for example, if you like the hacker type of character but still you want to kind of be strong, you'll be able to maybe pick up weapons like turret guns and shoot with them. Maybe you can create kind of a hybrid between them, so you are strong and still have some good hacking capabilities in order to be able to hack different type of equipments and use them into your advantage. Now go through the screens of the character creation. Again, if I'm missing something, got it wrong, please let me know in the comment section below. So the third thing after you finish choosing your life path is the body. You can choose a female character or a male character, as you can see here. Now the next thing you can do is in the appearance is to define your appearance. As you can see, you can choose the skin tone. There are different variations. By the way, keep this in mind, this is a pre-release, so maybe things might look different when the game is finally released. You can change the shape of your eyes, choose the eye color, you can choose the type of nose, shape for the ears, mouth, jaw, beard, surface wiring, hairstyle. So there are plenty of options there to create a character, maybe the one that you think that represents you the best, something that looks like you. Or maybe you want to create a fantasy thing, something that looks different to you, something that you want people in Night City to see you as. So for example, if you want to be kind of very strong and powerful character, maybe you want to go something that we kind of look kind of more threatening to others. Or if you want to be a hacker, maybe you're gonna look something like a bit nerdy in a way. It's your decision. Now the next things are attribute points, and attribute points are points that once you put them, they will define the core characteristics of your characters. For example, as you can see here, your body strength, your reflexes, how cool you actually look. That's kind of nice if you want to look really cool. How many points are you going to put there? Again, as you can see, intelligence and technical, and again, this is something that will affect the gameplay. So based on my understanding, for example, if you invest a lot in body, you might be able to pick up items that if you invested less attributes in body, you won't be able to pick, because investing more in body means you become stronger. Now after you finish this, and during the game, you have to further expand the abilities of your character using skills. So let's take a look at this character screen. First of all, if you look at the middle section, you can see the attributes, the reflexes, intelligence, body, technical, cool, and in the middle, the character level. Now, as you progress, you're gonna get more points. As you can see at the top, we can see attribute points and perk points. So based on my understanding, you'll be able to continue increasing the attribute points, but you can also use perk points. And here, this comes to skills. So basically, the skills is kind of the different proficiencies that your character has. So things you can do. For example, if you invest in assassination, you will probably be able to have different type of skills that allows you to assassinate enemies. If you have handguns, you probably be good with handguns. You're gonna enjoy different type of advantages, buffs. Same goes to rifle, blades. You can see hacking there, shotguns, two-handed, athletics, melee, engineering, sniper rifles, nerve, assassination. I think there are more, by the way, but again, keep in mind these from pre-release versions, so things might change when the game is finally released. For example, when you look at athletics, if you invest in athletics, you might be able, for example, to pick up bodies and run with them even. So, for example, if you're not invested in athletics, you're probably going to be maybe a bit weak, and you won't be. If you're able to pick up an enemy that you killed, you won't be able to run with it. You're probably going to kind of walk with it very slowly. So again, it depends on how you invest the points here. This will improve your different skills, and it depends on how you actually want to play the game. So for example, if you want to be a hacker or you want to kind of brute force your way through enemies, it all depends how you play the game, how you want to play the game. Again, it's a role-playing game, so you'll decide how to spend those points here. And that's the thing that the developer explained. You can actually create kind of a hybrid, so you actually can put points that create a hybrid character, so you can be strong and a hacker as well. It all depends on how you want to play the game. Now, as of course on top of that, you'll be able to equip different items and of course carry weapons, and you have your cyberware, which is kind of, you know, you don't have shields and armor, right, and helmet here, right? You're going to have different prosthetics which kind of extend the capabilities of your character using cyberware. Now, the other thing is that we also have classes. Just imagine how many things we have here. So let's talk a bit about classes. So there are 3 classes in Cyberpunk 2077, well, from what I know and from what I've heard the devs talking about. And these are Techie, Netrunner, and Solo. Alright, so let's start by talking about Techie. This is kind of a more technical engineering affiliated playstyle character. And you also get a body, a robot body called Flathead. I mean, I think it's the only one you can actually come with a pet, if I'm not wrong. So this is kind of a spider robot, kind of sophisticated military hardware, an autonomous robot that listens to your commands, so you can actually tell him to do different things. For example, you can tell this robot to manipulate certain devices, send him to tweak items. So, for example, an item can fall down on enemies, or you can tell him to directly engage with enemies. So I don't know about you, but this one looks really cool. I always like having a pet, and a robot pet, spider robot pet, though at least looks amazing. Anyway, the next one is Netrunner, those of you who like hacking and stuff. So the Netrunner can manipulate devices by hacking networks and taking control over different type of machines that actually connected to the network. So you can bypass also security systems, so maybe you can get into certain locations which otherwise you should kind of brute force your way using weapons or other type of tactics. So this is a really cool one. You can also become very creative in the way you play the game, because unlike some other classes that just gonna get guns and shoot their way through, you're gonna probably need to think about different creative ideas, ways in order to kind of hack into places. And if you are the one who actually want to play the game without actually ever killing anyone, maybe think this character it will be easier. Although the developer said that with any character you can actually play the game and, you know, get into a situation where you can actually finish different missions or get into certain places without actually killing anyone. But the thing with the Netrunner, it will be much easier. So I think people who like kind of Watchdog type of gameplay, I think they will enjoy this one a lot. And this is kind of having Watchdog just as a single class in this game. I mean, for example, imagine being able to kind of hack into a camera and see a different location before actually engaging, which is important if you don't want to brute force yourself through and just kind of have an advantage by just knowing what ahead, or if you want to maybe control a turret that will fight for you. Instead of you actually using guns, make a torrent just shoot for you and eat the enemies. And also, Netrunner has its own nanowire, cyberware. which can be used to hack enemies from a distance. And that's, I think, one of the coolest things that I've seen so far. You can actually, because people are using cyberware, wearing cyberware, you can, and it's of course a device, a digital device, you can actually hack it. And in one of the gameplays, we've seen that one of the characters got controlled by a netrunner, and actually, I think the character just hit themselves and just died. I don't know. I think this was like something like that. So we can actually have, for example, from the distance, enemies controlling their body cyberware, like prosthetic limbs, for example, and just do different kind of crazy things with it. I think this is really, really cool, and one of the reasons I am thinking about playing Netrunner. And by the way, this nanowire cyberware, you can also use it as a weapon if you like. Alright, next one is solo. I've had many people actually wanting to play solo because many people just see all the amazing guns. They just say to myself, of course I'm going to choose a character, a class that's all about, you know, shooting and stuff. But the thing is, solo have different type of build direction that you can go. For example, if you go for the a solo strong build, you're probably gonna go in something that is can use heavy guns. For example, if you go for a solo which is a strong one, you can even pick up mounted gun turrets and just shoot with them, which can be really cool. Whether if you go to something that is built more around fast and agile build, you'll be able to probably jump, maybe double jump, or maybe jump into certain locations that you won't be able to get with if you go with a strong character. So this type of character, I think that those for people who enjoy a brute forcing in a way, using violent and deal with threatening situation with guns and sheer power. I think this is the one. If you like this thing, solo is the one to pick. But again, it depends what gives you adrenaline. I think that if you go with a fast solo, and you use a katana sword, for example, just imagine being able to slide with a katana and eating your enemies. If you have a fast solo build, this can be amazing as well. I think there's so many different options for you to choose from that can best fit your favorite playstyle. So plenty of options here, as you can see. So as you can see, plenty of options there, but again, always keep in mind that you can mix and match and create a hybrid character. Although from what I think is that if people decide to go be like a powerful one, strong one, they would probably want to invest almost all the way. But again, depends on what the game throws at us. Maybe sometimes as you play, you're going to think to yourself, I wish I have spent a bit more on hacking so I could just go through it. Maybe it's going to be easier for some type of engagement. So again, something I think that as you play and as people play, they will try to adapt to the world and invest their points in places where they think that it's easier for them to deal with this world. Again, because we know so little about it in terms of what type of engagements are waiting for us. I already see people posting on Reddit, I'm spending like 2 hours, I can't finish this. And a hacker saying, are you kidding me? It took me just 2 minutes. And everybody's like, what? And there will be, of course, those who will try to finish the entire playthrough without shooting a single bullet. This will be, you'll see, it will be, somebody will try to do it. But again, it depends on your playstyle. You have tons of options both in the character creation, as you can see, and throughout investing in your character, discovering new items, and just building the character with really tons of customization options that allow you to play the game the way you want. And I think this type of freedom is, of course, knowing ahead of time that the game was designed in a way that each player, doesn't matter how they decide to play, they can enjoy it and find different ways to overcome different obstacles, considering it's an open world game. I think it's an amazing thing. And I haven't decided which type of build I'm going for. Again, something that I would probably break my head many days until I make a decision. And maybe when I start playing the game, I maybe change my mind. I don't know. It's just so many options. Anyway, I want to hear your opinion. How are you going to create your character in terms of these attributes, perks, classes? I can't wait to hear what type of character you are going to create in Cyberpunk 2077. Waiting for your comments in the comment section below. Maybe you'll help me to decide as well. I haven't decided just yet. So see you in the next video. Consider subscribing to my channel and giving a like if you enjoy it. More videos about Cyberpunk 2077 are coming as we get closer to the release date on November 19th. So I'll see you in the next video, everyone. Cheers. Bye bye.